just looks like it will go in favor of the Terran.
I mean, it's kind of amazing that DjWHEAT is literally just making barracks and macroing as hard as he can. Really goes to show you how confident DjWHEAT is in his control. But as we get 6 gateways up for HuK, there's these 4 in the original 2 in the main. He's going to become increasingly difficult to deal with. And wow, HuK doing the big power push right now. DjWHEAT, if he can hit this from both sides, could potentially do a lot of damage. There's the stim. 1 Marauder falls immediately. 2nd one down. 3rd one. Oh no! HuK is getting sandwiched. Uh-oh. He might be in terrible position.
He is going to take out these back Marauders after taking out the final 2. Another Colossus will come in through the back. He needs to probably get close to that Colossus, and he does have enough to be able to take out this force right here. We'll have to micro that Colossus back, but against, oh my god, he let it die too, maybe wanting 1 extra hit in there that he didn't necessarily need. And we got ground weapons level 2 and Blink coming out as well. But can he push it up?
He needs to get a little bit better micro right there. DjWHEAT now making as hard as he can out of everything. But if somehow HuK does not manage to win with this attack, that would be a monumental feat of macro. But it looks like DjWHEAT's control is just a little too good, and HuK will have to retreat.
HuK does retreat. HuK also takes the gold, but I was noticing at the income at one point it was double what HuK was, and HuK was pulling in 1,500. And of course the mules having a big part to play in that, but got big probe transfer going over to that gold, try to suck that mineral reserve dry as quickly as possible as DjWHEAT just continues the massacre rack strategy here, where he just streams out these units, and now he's going to go attack that gold.
And it looks like HuK gearing up to take out these destructible rocks in the top left. But here's the big push by DjWHEAT. There's the stim, but HuK, keep in mind, does have the 1-1 upgrades. He needs to be careful he doesn't get in range of those sentries. He wants to stay out in open space where he can get good flank setup. And keep in mind that with this many barracks, DjWHEAT is always looking to be playing with the home field advantage because he has so many units coming out with each cycle. And look at that insane macro. He's at 176 food.
Did see a Templar Archives going up as well. Oh, another Colossi gets caught off. He's going to be forced to warp in units. Several of them will get damaged during warp in. One of them goes down as well. And again, another dropship without the drops. In the middle, we got another battle going on. So these guys will have to micro 2 different scenarios here on the map. And some good Guardian Shields going up. And a Colossus is just back there doing nothing. Finally, he decides, oh, maybe I should join the battle, man. Well, take the joint out of your mouth and get into this thing. And that's exactly what he does. Unfortunately, too little, too late. The Marauders are going to shut this attack down in the middle. And this is not looking good for HuK.
Now, I would like to say for the record that DjWHEAT is an advantage, but in absolutely not the way that I thought it was going to happen. HuK has had tremendous macro throughout. He needs to get a good warp in, maybe put a pylon up on the high ground. There he's blinking forward, and it looks like he'll be able to save this expansion again, but literally has absolutely no idea about the Gold Expo, about all the barracks that DjWHEAT has. And here's another push from DjWHEAT. The insane mobility of a giant Marauder force with stim, pulling the Colossus up into a good spot, but look at how fast those Marauders kill those Stalkers off.
Yeah, very, very fast. Some good force fields might be the redeeming strategy of that fight right there, and keeping that Colossus up on the side. Now, they did not take out those Templar Archives. Instead, these Marauders are going to go in here and just try to eliminate as many probes as they possibly can. All of them very low. They do also take out the Nexus. Obviously, that Templar Archives is probably going to go down as well, too. So.
And look at DjWHEAT, another stim sprint, and units of DjWHEAT all over the map. He is abusing the speed of the Marauders. Marauders are not particularly great against the mix HuK is making. It doesn't matter. He just has far too many of them.
Oh, he sniped that forge. It was almost done with its upgrade.
Oh, brutal. And it looks like another Colossus is going to fall. DjWHEAT playing one of the most insane styles I have ever seen. All macro, all micro, all the time.
And it just keeps on coming. It's like the nightmare that HuK cannot wake up from. And this is going to go badly yet again. 2 more Colossus. At least this time they are in the back. Again, stimming those Marauders, making sure to take out those forward meat Zealots. And once there's no gateway units to support, they can just rip through those Colossus. He will bounce this one back, but again, this giant blob continues to just grow to the point where it is just going to engulf this Protoss army.
I have no idea how you deal with this. It doesn't matter if you make the right units. The Marauders and the Marines keep coming, and there's the money force field. Oh, that might be exactly what he needs, but then again, the Nexus is at half health. He needs to get there in time. It is already down to a half health. Okay, quarter health, and now it's getting really low. It's at 300 hit points, 312, 256, 200. It does manage to stay alive. And it looks like DjWHEAT again. Oh, picking off the warped-in units. But HuK has so many gateways, it might be okay.
And he's going to send these Zealots in. Thank God they got charges. They're just going to moonwalk their way over these Marauders and try to slice them down.
But look at the big push at the front of the base. HuK taking it to DjWHEAT, trying to let him know he cannot do these antics much longer because HuK is coming in with the power force. Could throw down a force field at the ramp, could trap all those units up there, and he does! He does manage to lock them off. The units are coming in from all sides. He is trying to micro these Colossi, but he is still having such incredible numbers of Marines and Marauders pouring out of all these bases. If HuK pulls this off, that would be a miracle.
It would be, and again, keeping those force fields up, stopping everything. Is he going to get another one up? Does not have the energy to do so. Some Zealots going to be wreaking some havoc here over in this expansion as well, but he still doesn't know about this gold that's completely mined out here, I don't think, unless he did finally send an observer. No, he doesn't. So he's probably wondering how he's doing all this off of the bases that he's got. 4 Colossi now, some Zealots up front, a handful of Stalkers, and a couple of Sentries versus a lot of Marauders. Here we go again.
Now this is an awkward spot for HuK. HuK really wants to be in the middle of the map to cut everything off, and oh my goodness, DjWHEAT is caught in the worst position possible. He left half his army behind up on the high ground, finds it and says, perfect, and here comes another enormous swell of units from DjWHEAT. He has 15 barracks, pouring units out, no more gateway units, Colossi completely vulnerable. They all are gonna fall. He is trying to do as much damage as he can, but HuK has only naked Colossi, and you do not want to be naked in the middle of war.
No, you don't. And I don't know if you noticed, but we had one Colossus literally hightail it back to the base, going, I'm not going to have anything to do with that. HuK, though, reading DjWHEAT really well, cutting him off here, and might get the upper hand in this battle, having several more Zealots to walk away from than he has had previously. A few more Stalkers coming into play as well, but man, this Terran army, this Bio army just continues to impress.
And here comes another move through the bottom, another Colossus caught a little bit out of position, but HuK is really keeping up with that macro, meanwhile poking around in HuK's base. He doesn't really have any forges upgrading, but I really think that's the one thing that is letting him stay alive in this game. DjWHEAT has +1 upgrade on attack, that's it. If he had a lot more upgrades, if he were at 2-2, there would be almost nothing HuK could do, but fortunately, when you haven't even built a factory yet, it's kind of hard to get better upgrades. Oh! Factory going down at the 30-minute mark, standard.
And we do have Templar, High Templar out on the field as well. Now, is that something with the use of the force fields that can help? And we have a nice split here coming out by DjWHEAT. He's going to go for a two-pronged attack, researching the amulet. Oh, he just got storm done. The amulet gets stopped short, so he'll have to wait for some energy, but I do think he'll have some storms to throw down here.
And if he sprints up here, oh, there's a nice storm. He wants to pick off this Nexus. But there's too many good storms getting thrown down. His best bet would be probes at this point in time. But in the meantime, more units from DjWHEAT going in the main, trying to pick everything off. The Colossus, the Zealot, cleaning everything up. HuK smartly leaving just one Zealot behind. More units from DjWHEAT trying to swing in. But the Colossus count from HuK is just a little bit too great. Oh my God, Wheat. I think HuK may have just won that game.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
Allow me to state for the record, I thought Torch vs. LZ Gamer sucked as a series. That game was awesome. Oh my goodness.
I am really, really blown away. Like, there was a point in there, we were just seeing HuK's Colossi, like, just, I mean, die, not even getting single shots off. It just looked like minerals and gas. I mean, we might as well just have burned them in the middle of steps. And then suddenly, you know what it was? It was that one point where the force fields left HuK with more units than he was being left after all of those, battles. You know, talk about a battle of attrition back and forth. Oh wait, where it's serious business when the glasses come off. Oh God, the glasses are off.
Wheat.
What?
That literally didn't make sense. I was okay. Let me repeat something I said. I was like, well, let me tell you how this game's gonna turn out. Wheat. You get the Colossus really fast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, Day9 was wrong.
It's gonna be so much easier for Drewbie in Attack 3 and 4. It was like 35 minutes into the game. It's like Attack 26, and I'm like, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. That is unbelievable composure by HuK.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
He made it work, dude. He made it work.
I don't believe it.
He made it work.